Yeah, happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to Changes Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. That's a bad bass line. That's a bad bass line, that intro.
That is.
Hit it one more time, like I hit it one more time. And your boy own it. Yeah. I own that music. Hey,
Right.
man, yes, sir.
That's right.
Yeah, happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to Change Your Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. We got an awesome show playing tonight. Tonight I want to talk about a subject matter that it be all kind of variants. People got different opinions about it, and that is when should you cut your children off, and really to what extent? When should you cut your children off, and to what extent?
Right.
Because far too often people have conversation in regards to, I don't believe people should do this, I don't believe people should do that, and they got different opinions. I got my opinion, and I got my thought process, what has worked for me. And as always when we do our shows, I don't necessarily get into. Well, I don't get into it at all to say my way is the only way or the right way.
Right.
I just try to have the discussions, and not to judge or whatever, but I like to have for us to always have great conversation about the subject matter. But I do think this is a good subject matter because, and I go into depth about it with some of the videos I've seen recently on social media, especially, because I'm African American, Black. I've seen some videos where people gave their opinions on what they think Black people should do in comparison to other ethnicities.
Okay.
Rather, so but that's what kind of inspired me with it.
Out there.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to delve into this subject matter. Again, we're talking about what age should you cut your children off and to what extent. Again, this is Change Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is the Changing Lives YouTube channel, where we have over 1,000 videos on the YouTube channel. The easiest thing to do, you can Google Change the Lives, hosted by Deonte Burton. The link should be on Instagram. If you go into the bio section on the TikTok channel, you'll see that. But any other platform, you should see in the description section. I know with the Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and all that. The link for the YouTube channel, go there.
Right.
Again, go to Change Your Lives, hosted by Deonte Burton. Got the blue man icon there, and just subscribe to the YouTube channel and take advantage of all the great information there. Feel free, guys. Not feel free. I need you guys to call in and add to the conversation. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. And add to the discussion. Again, we're talking about at what age should you cut your children off, to what extent? Before we get started, I want to say what's up to my house producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brothers? Another great Thursday. Man. It was a little warm today. It was a little warm today out there. Warm. Yeah.
I've been out there working in the yard past a couple of days, man. So
really?
Your boy, yeah. Just getting a little sweat fever, getting it in. Me and Chris and Will have been working out in the yard. So it's been pretty cool, man. Been pretty cool with that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what's up to my other producer, Slick 316? What's up, Rick?
What's going on, Rick? I had went to the office today.
Really?
Came home, was on my way home, had a freaking blowout on my tire.
You all right? Well, I see you here, so I guess you all right.
Yeah, I'm all right, but my damn, man. Change that tire, and I'm all dressed up, my work attire. You know what I'm saying? It kind of pissed me off, but I let it slide. I forgave whoever.
I'm glad you're all right, brother.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're all right. We here and everything. It's funny. Chris had a tire get blown other week. And it was just the spell was busted. So I had thought about, went to the shop and got him another tire, but he doesn't even have a spare in that trunk. You got me thinking right now.
Right.
I gotta
get on top of it. Get him a spare the same size as a regular tire.
Yeah. But he didn't have one, so you just got me thinking now I need to get that taken care of. So
yeah, I'm gonna do that because I'm riding on a little donut right now, and I was gonna go get it fixed or go get another one, and I was like, man, I drove by that little place and they had like 8 people waiting, and I only go to one place because he always take good care of me.
Okay.
I was like, I ain't want to go up in there, and then I was already kind of ticked off. I had to ride a little. It was a rough day today, brother. I ain't gonna even lie to you. It was a rough day today.
Well, I'm glad y'all right, brother.
I made it through.
Well, I'm glad y'all right, man. You know, I got to make sure my brother DJ Lab good to go.
Yeah.
Again, God, this change your lives. Tonight we're talking about at what age should you cut your children off? At what age should you cut your children off? Free to what's up, Sam Publicity PR?
Say hey to mama first.
What's up, mama?
Mama in early today.
Mama in early.
We ain't got to worry what mama in today. Hey, mama.
Yeah. My mama came in early.
Soon as it went live, mama popped up. Yeah. Hey, mama.
Her boyfriend left early. Yes, sir.
Mama know we got our love for her over here. The real love.
Yeah, my mama like, nah, my son's show finna come on. You gotta go. Appreciate it, mama. Thank you, mama.
Thank you, mama.
Yeah, man, I'm tell you something funny, right? You know, with the night show again, we're talking about at what age should you cut your children off and to what extent. Like I say, feel free to call in, add to the conversation, 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. Again, at what age should you cut your children off and to what extent? And the other day, I was looking at a video, maybe the other week. I was looking at a video on TikTok, Instagram. It was a brother. He was just kicking his philosophy, like I see a lot of other videos. Hell, like people might say, well, mine. And he was talking about how Mexicans get 20 in a house and they save their money up. Then they get another house on the street. And then they save their money up. Then they get another house. And they got the whole block for you know it.
Mm-hmm.
And black folks don't want to, they ain't trying to save their money, work together and do all that kind of stuff. And I was just listening, right? And he said, with that said, he won't rush his kids to get out the house.
Okay.
And he was saying that, he thinking about from a generational wealth standpoint. What's going on? What's going on, Miss Mix-a-Lot? Miss Mix-a-Lot on TikTok.
Oh, Miss Mix-a-Lot on the TikTok.
Hold on. Appreciate you tuning in. So I was listening to the brother. He was talking. He was saying that he told his kids that they can stay there forever. We're just a family. We're going to grow together. And everything will be in a rush. And then I was looking in the comments and everybody was cool. Like, yeah, man, we need to do like the Mexicans. And one guy even coming, I'm a proud Mexican. That's what we do, stay together. And all the black folks were saying, yeah, we're going to build wealth. I ain't trying to put my kids out. And, I'm like, this bullshit. Shit. Hey, 18, lap, 3 down, 1 to go. Hey, you got any one of my sons. I got 4 boys. 2 weeks after graduation, you got to get the out my house.
Right.
Hey, and I raise them to where they want to get out.
Right.
I was just really like, man, you know what? I've done little short videos and all that kind of stuff with people talking about that, and everybody got a variance of opinions.
Right.
Everybody got a variance of opinions. I do not. I love my family.
Right.
I'm from a huge family on both sides.
Right.
Let me tell you something. If anybody know me and all my cousins are close.
Mm-hmm.
I hang with my family members. Right. But listen, I don't want. If you need me, cool. Cool. But I don't want my kids to. I don't want, man. And I stay far enough in the sticks.
Right.
Well, you gotta want to come to me.
You ain't just driving by.
Hell no.
You ain't just driving by. I ain't just in the neighborhood.
I've
been to your house. Listen, you ain't just in the neighborhood.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I ain't in the neighborhood.
I said, how many more times I gotta make theory?
Now when you down, take a load off. Enjoy yourself. We good. But let me tell you something. Where in the hell I want my family members living with me? I like walking around nude. I like playing my music. I like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, go out there on my deck if nobody there in the morning. Use the bathroom on the deck. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, ain't nothing like walking on your deck and so your family member already out there doing what you normally do.
Come on now. Hey,
you done worked hard.
Hey,
and they out there smoking stick and drinking cognac like you do.
Oh, done seen it before. I mean, y'all gotta go now.
Right.
Yeah. Done seen it before, bro. And you know what? Like I said, I love my family, but when I heard that, I want to have a discussion because I think what happens a lot of times, people got different ways that they raise their children, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I always say at the end of the day, the end game is the end game. As long as you raise your kids to be a good, productive citizen, they're taking care of themselves, taking care of their family and stuff, that's the end game, right?
Right.
How you get there is how you get there. Some folks whoop, some folks talk, some folks just really just, be oblivious and things just work out.
Right.
Everything's different, and every household is different. I think a lot of times what happens with people, especially in the social media age, they share
Mhm.
so much of the way they do with things with their family, and they find out real quick what you think is right way to do is just that, what you think, not
Right.
what everybody else thinks.
Right.
And far too often, when you put it out there, you got to be realistic about people are going to judge you.
Right.
And you say, well, mind your own business. People really, I think people mind their own business. I think people share their own personal business too much.
Right.
Savvy Publicity PR says more and more parents are housing 25 plus children. It seems to be a trend for various reasons. For some, the alternative is funding separate houses. Thoughts? That's what we're gonna talk about tonight.
Mhm.
What's up, Trading Coast? You ain't coming in?
Since Divock, a lot of people have that trend of putting, get your children coming of age 18 and then moving out. It flipped. During Divock, people were struggling and then some people didn't have jobs. Some people didn't have were getting laid off and things like that. And I think a lot of parents found that it was more financially stable if the kids worked, they worked, and they all stayed in the same house together and move forward that way. But we've had this discussion before. There's nothing like having a grown person in your house wanting to do grown things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's but to answer this the question Savvy Publicity just asked in regards to having kids 25 plus and the other option is housing them. I ain't housing shit. I ain't housing nothing.
Right.
I will help you
Mhm.
because I don't want to come off with this super macho ignorant person. And I say this all the time, and even my children. I hope any one of them can say a great point, Lab. I say this. I'm cool with transitional.
Mhm.
Lose a job, come out of college. You might have had a rough relationship, divorce, sick,
Mhm.
transitional stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And we can be realistic about the terms. I know you just got out of college. You're trying to work this, that, and get stuff. We can lay down the groundwork for everything like that. But I'm not trying to facilitate, and I don't want that to happen.
Right.
And I think the funky part, if you can't find that, you can't find nothing.
Mhm.
I don't necessarily know if there's such thing as can't find nothing. I think sometimes you may not find what you want.
Right.
And my old adage, people say, "Well, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that." And I'm always gonna ask, who the hell's doing what they want to do?
Right.
You gotta get the hell out of my house.
Mhm.
I can help you with a transition point, but at some point, that extra testosterone or that
Mhm.
extra estrogen can throw things off in the house.
Right.
And we need to be worked to a point. I don't have a problem with the transition.
Right.
We're doing it, but where in the hell? And
Slick says it's no love lost. We just all need our own space.
absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. And at the end of the day, like I said again, I'm not tripping about. Again, guys, feel free to call in 678-740-9894. Again, the call in number 678-740-9894. Again, I'm not oblivious to, like I said, if they're going through a transition piece,
Mhm.
but man, I ain't trying to do all that.
Right.
I mean, struggle.
Right.
Hell, I struggle.
Feel a little bit of that pain.
Yeah. Savvy Biz says rent and mortgages are sky high as well. Many careers can't afford to live solo. I don't know.
I saw a map today that said to live comfortably in Georgia. They had all the states, but Georgia, you need to make a minimum of $232,000 a year.
Well, that's a key word. What was the word you just said? To live what?
Comfortably.
Who the hell got live comfortable?
I feel
Who the hell make 200,000? I mean, that's not
right.
even a national average.
Right.
Like,
That's actually, I mean, it was higher in some other states,
Yeah.
but since we live in Georgia, they were saying to live comfortably, you need $232,000 to live comfortably in the state of Georgia. That
Yeah.
means paying your bills, not really stressing, not living check to check, just being able to maintain a certain standard of living. Which, in some cases, I think
Is that America?
What you mean? As far as,
Who the hell in America doing that?
I mean, you got some people who live who make above that amount.
What's that? 5% of the population?
Yeah, a little bit. I think it's right now 7% of the population
Okay,
makes
so
that much.
97% of the country. That's just a dream.
Right. But that's the map they threw out. I mean, it was
it
was 280,000 in Rhode Island.
Yeah,
So.
and I'm not trying to blow up what you're saying.
Right.
I guess in my mind, like, who the heck got to be comfortable? See,
hey, I'm with you. I'm with you. When I was in college, it wasn't no comfortable.
Well, that's the whole premise of this conversation, because what we talk about all the time is a lot of time people be so quick to say Don't be a rush to just put your kids out and put your kids out. I never been in a rush to put my kids out.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say this: I wish one of my kids, call in. But I'm gonna say this: my kids look forward to getting out, and I ain't been, taking care of no ground, whatever this and that.
Mm-hmm.
The questions I always ask: if you say put them out at 25 or what, let them stay longer. What can you? Because my thing 18, 18, 19. And most of my kids, well, all of them so far to this point, the three oldest have left after graduation, went to college, right? And one more in the house. And I know every college ain't for everybody, but we just have different, however you want to transition it.
Right.
But my question is still the same. From 0 to 18, I feel like I put enough in them. From 18 to 25 or 18 to 30, what the hell are you going to be putting in them or telling them that you couldn't tell them from 0 to 18?
Right.
That's just my personal question.
Right.
And I think a lot of times, personally, I think parents are afraid to let their kids go through stuff.
Yeah, especially in today's time. You think about when we were growing up, how we rode bicycles. I mean, I hate to go back to that kind of stuff, but now that the kids are just not. The parents don't want the kids to be mentally tough. They don't want them to struggle. They don't want them to figure out what they're gonna eat for the day, because they got to decide they're gonna pay the light bill, they're gonna eat. But those things make your character, build your character a little bit. If you always got stuff just handed to you, you don't understand that you can't. Sometimes you just can't get what you want.
Well, on the flip side, just being realistic, is the average person. Are you setting yourself up personally, just as a parent, to be in a position to take care of an adult?
Right.
Now, you typically, we do things to make sure we taking care of what? Children. In essence, maybe the far enough to help them get to college or whatever. You hope maybe you might be in a position if they need something, extra, just say down payment for a house or assistance getting their car, something like that, maybe down payment. But just realistically, man, I don't think the average damn person is equipped to take care of another adult.
Right.
And I just think those kind of things, I don't think people really think about too tough.
Right. You right.
And I what I did, I kind of broke everything down by age groups. And so I went up from 18 to 30.
Okay.
And different segments where I was looking at, just in regards to what extent you would, just cut your children off.
Okay.
Hey guys, remember the call-in number 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number 678-740-9894. Feel free to call in. Again, 678-740-9894. Now I look at, one phase, just early adulthood, that's 18 to 22. And two facets might come up. The 18 to 22, that's either you just graduated from high school and you want to go straight into the workforce,
right? Or
you graduate from high school, you want to go into college.
Okay.
So we look at it as that high school graduation. Some parents may have an expectation for, for the kid to graduate high school, get out there on their own.
Right.
I don't, what's his sex red bands? What age would you say? Oh, leave the house 18. Get the hell on. 18 years old.
But let me ask you a question. Slick says, when all y'all grown people on top of each other, that shit don't work. Pressure bust pipes.
Absolutely.
Who came up with and I'm just asking because this is something that was said as we were growing up. Who came up with the nominal age of 18 as the overall be all of get out the house? Like you got to be, because to be honest with you, even though you can go off to the military 16, 17, 18, is that why? Because you can go off and fight wars, or because you can't drink or anything until you're 21? So I'm just trying to see at what age, who came up with the 18 is the age that the kids need to start getting out their parents' house.
Personally, in my mind, 18, because that's typically the age you have when you graduate from high school.
Okay.
So now, and when I look at it, that channel we were looking at early adulthood, we got to be realistic where you at them forks in the road. So what are you talking about violation? Here we go, TikTok. Here we go. Here we talking about you hitting that fork in the road, right? So the fork in the road, we sitting there looking at, okay, are they going to just go straight into the workforce? We talking about the 18 to 22. So the fork in the road now, okay, you're going straight into the workforce from high school, being realistic of where you're going. And you have some jobs that you can go into, military, maybe high-end, probably Fortune 500 company. Say you
Mhm.
go to an airline company,
Right.
you may go to like a car production company.
Mhm.
That's a little easier to go into, just straight out of high school, to enter in some stability because the wages may be more. Wages may be a little bit higher. Plus, you got room for growth.
Right.
Weren't going to any kind of form of government,
Right.
whether city, county government, those kind of jobs and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Those typically where you can go in without any kind of secondary education,
Right.
and you can go in there and just grow. Right, you can
Mhm.
see yourself going there, doing it 30 years, retire.
Mhm.
Cool, right? I got on with the city. I'm doing that park and rec, sanitation.
Mhm.
I'm join the police force, join the firefighters. Like there are places you can start with going there. And you can sit there and as a parent, you can look and just do the math. Like, okay, I know they're in the right direction. I might work with them now because they only making $18 an hour, but in a year or two they'll be making this, and they can be in a situation where they can go get them a studio or something
Apartment.
like
Right.
that.
I got
Exactly,
you. I
right?
got you.
So because typically most of the times and I understand Atlanta where you have probably I'm a landlord,
Mhm.
so I understand you got a housing shortage and everything like that.
Right.
And I understand how prices have went up nationwide as far as rent things like that. But at the end of the day, most of your public survey, public agencies, even some of the corporate places, they try to adjust with the cost of living. It may
Mhm.
not be at the same pace, but they try to adjust with it.
Mhm.
So you kind of look at it like, okay, if you on the right track, you kind of doing these things, you can be flexible. I say, even with myself, if I know they're going in a certain direction,
Right.
they got on with a stable agency,
Mhm.
city, county, a certain airline, a certain car production company. Okay, cool. They looking to go there. They see themselves being how many years. You can see, okay, cool. I can work with you, right?
Mhm.
The other side of it, they go to college. Then you saying, okay, look, they going 4 years, and pretty much, they in college. They really can't do it. Maybe some part time work to pay off some stuff.
Right.
You kind of understand, like, okay, cool. I still got to help them with that. And again, somebody else might be like, I ain't got it, whatever. But being realistic, right?
Okay.
You still know, okay, listen, if they're in school and they're working prime hours in school, I still may have some kind of, responsibility because they gonna do so much.
Right.
Because they're sacrificing the time they are in right now to what? Hopefully get an education, get a degree, get a certification, and they'll be able to make wages be that are complementary to the level of education they got, right?
Right.
So
Right.
we understand that. Like I say again, I'm realistic about the whole transitional stuff.
Mhm.
They in school, they got certain things, whatever. I'm cool with it. So when
Mhm.
I start looking at that early adulthood, 18 to 22, I'm looking at them two forks. You went to school, or you going on a pathway of like, okay, now you're getting self-established.
Right.
I'm not a big proponent in. They trying to find themselves. You need to find yourself in your own. Like
Oh,
I'm not with that shit, man. I'm not with that shit. I'm not with that.
They
I'm
gotta
not
find who they gonna be, Poochie, as an adult.
Yeah. Now if you want to do that,
Right.
now here's the deal. And we talked about this before.
Right.
I don't have a problem with you trying to find yourself, but that's why you go to the military.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you don't need to find yourself on my dime.
Okay.
Because what happens is, I feel like this is my personal opinion,
Mhm.
right? This ain't to just convince nobody. I feel like when you're trying to find yourself, all kind of stuff can happen. Somebody get pregnant. You actually go get you a damn car note where
Right.
you locked in and all kind of BS can happen.
Right.
Get one in the military, Air Force, Navy, Army, Coast Guard, or something like that. Try to get you some foundational stuff like that. Now we can get educated.
Get that free
Yeah,
education.
get free education, your VA loan,
Right.
and hopefully you don't figure it out. If you ain't realist.
Right.
But I don't believe in sitting in my garage. I mean, living in my basement or whatever will inspire you to want to do more.
I get what you're saying.
I just don't think it will. I may be wrong.
It might have the exact opposite.
No
inspiration.
Yeah, you walk around with your drawers on in my house, scratching. And now you got my house, the weed store, and all that.
Oh Lord!
No,
Right.
And again, in all seriousness, I just don't believe in that. I'm just saying my way.
Okay.
I'm, again, I
Do you think the mind of an 18-year-old is prepared for life outside of the parents' house? I mean, and realistically, in today's society, do you think an 18-year-old is prepared mentally for the challenges that life is going to bring upon them when they move out of their parents' house?
I don't
Even
think
if the parents prepare them.
I don't think they're prepared for it because they're not mature, they haven't had a life experiences, right?
Right.
So but I do think an 18-year-old can be prepared for the experiences that in that pre-adulthood age.
Mm-hmm.
You can prepare your kid for college,
Right.
right? You can probably decision make this, that, and that. You can prepare your kid to get ready in the workforce.
Right.
Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Chris in school, right? My third boy, he in school now. Got his first job.
Right.
Hey, we've been prepping for the past couple years. I mean, how to be presentable, how to do interviews, how to do all this other kind of stuff. That's at that level. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I don't need to go over managerial stuff, unless you see me working in my business or how to handle stuff with those kind of things that as a teenager know. But you can go over stuff with your kids to have them prep. But that's why I always say before, a lot of times parents inhibitions to me is be off stuff that they didn't cover.
Mm-hmm.
And they might be uncomfortable. Sexy Redbone say no lab. I don't know what the no was for. But I don't I really don't think nobody has. I don't care if you can be 18, 25, 30. If you haven't had certain experiences, it's kind of hard to say you'd be prepared for it. But I think people can do certain things to help them, to where they start off at. Okay. Like I said again, I can prepare. And Christopher, that's my third son. Mm-hmm. PJ and T, my two older boys. I think I did a decent job. Mm-hmm. With what I knew at the time to help them prepare to go into college. But T had a football scholarship, so he was going straight instruction. Right. P had a military scholarship, going straight instruction. Mm-hmm. Chris is probably the most. I didn't worry at all with Christopher. Right. Because I know Chris had been prepped. Right. To go in, meet with counselor. Of course, he had a little transitional stuff when I first got to college. Right. But that was the most confident I felt when one of my kids left with doing that. So to answer your question, I think there are things we can do to have them prepare for whatever level they go into. Uh-huh. But you know what I'm saying? Just certain ways, like you got a mean supervisor, or I won't say mean, but just somebody just being a certain way. Yeah. Co-workers doing you like you can't. Life experience got to get them ready for that. Right. But you can prepare your kid to get them go to make sure they're on time to go to work. Uh-huh. You can prepare your kid on how to interview. You can prepare your kid to go to work, to make sure they're looking presentable and stuff like that. I feel like you can do that as a parent. Mm-hmm. How stuff can happen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you another question, just to play devil's advocate. Uh-huh. What is the difference between you taking care of your child while they're in college until a certain age, and then your kid being at your house, living with you until a certain age, and they're working? I'm trying to differentiate, get the difference, because if your child is in college and they don't have a scholarship, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be taking care of them. You're going to be helping them along. Even if they get a job, they can't get a job to where it can pay for college, because we both know college is expensive. So, in your mind or anybody's mind, someone can call in and tell me what's the difference between your child being in college and you taking care of them, or they're being at home and working and you helping them get, move along. What you're saying.
No, that's a fair question. Yeah. It go back to what I was saying initially. If they're seeking employment into a progressive track, I mean, we know how far your ass going to be if you're going to McDonald's. Calvin's is just a commercial, right? So at the end of the day, we know how much the check is going to go, right? We know that, right? We can get on some managerial fantasy, whatever, but we know the manager making, the fry guy making $9 an hour, and the manager making $11, $12 an hour. So I'm just saying, so we got a tie and a nice shirt to get the women and stuff. So that's what, right? So
let's just say they're not working at fast food. Let's say they actually working.
But it go back what I'm saying. Like if they're on a progressive track. Say like what I was saying before. Just say if they get a job with a city. And again, I mean, that's why I feel free to call in and add to the conversation.
Hey, Insane Wayne, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, really, Insane Wayne. Appreciate you tuning in.
But what I'm saying, if they're on a progressive track, if you see your kid looking, hey, I'm trying to do this, that, and that, because again, they may be trying to start their own business, they may be trying to do this, that, and that, but foundationally, like again, you still can see, okay, they're on a progressive track. Now that's a you call. Okay. If you sit there and say, okay, cool, or whatever. Now I ain't saying you praying, you're hoping they start doing certain things, but you see your kid is on a progressive track. And what I mean by progressive, you see, okay, they're going in a direction, whatever, okay, I see, okay, they're here, they could be, at a certain point. And that's why I say you got certain jobs that you enter into young. And like I said, you see them progressing. Just because they start off at the city in the sanitation, don't mean they're gonna be there forever.
Right.
But you still that is a what? An intro to a progressive track.
Okay.
They join the police force straight out of high school. That don't mean they're gonna retire as a police officer, but you see they doing what? Going in the progressive track. Right. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
Now they're working at Checkers while they're home on break from college. That's different. So again, you can kind of look at it like, okay, I understand they're going on a progressive track. The importance of knowing they're going on the progressive track is what, Lab? You can say, okay, I don't mind helping them, but I'm helping them while they transition.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying,
Lab?
I get. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that at the end of the day, they might have started off at this particular job, entry level, 25 to 30. So you know, in a couple years, they might be at 35 or 34. Now you can go get your apartment.
Okay.
The funky part they come up in that when they do what? They go get a car note, they go get a baby, and that throws stuff off. So I'm just saying. So to answer your question with that, Sex Redbone say if an 18-year-old is ready for to be on their own, that's what she said, lab, be on their own, etc. That was the question she was saying no to. What's up, Rich Rock? Thanks for calling Change the Lives. Who am I speaking with?
Boy, y'all already know who this is. It's Insane Wayne told that shit TV, man.
What's going on, Insane Wayne?
Hey, man, I'm just calling up to show some love. Everybody, family.
I appreciate it.
Just like Schlick and Lab said, I like what you're doing, bro. Hey,
I appreciate it.
Keep putting these folks on game, man. Get them right, get them tight.
I appreciate it. Well, let me ask you a question, brother. We calling in. I appreciate you calling in and also the support. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about at what age should you cut your children off?
Wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me lean up. What'd you say again now?
The question what we're discussing with the show is at what age should you cut your children off and to what extent?
All right, I'm gonna tell you like this. What age to cut them off? Okay. From my experience and my growth, okay, it's always been me and my mom. I know my dad, okay. Lab, everybody, Don, they know my history. Those dudes don't know my history. Now, with my son about to be 20 years old in November. But I told him, I told him the stuff that I've done and whatnot. I'm not going to cut him off, but he's doing good. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like if your kids are doing what they supposed to do, and you done been through, you feel what I'm saying? You done had a child life where you done been in the streets, fucking around, bullshitting, you know what I'm saying? I told him, I got his back till the day I die. But nigga, once you start messing up, I'm gonna cut you off. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's about, okay, put it like this. My mama didn't cut me off, but she didn't. And I'm gonna tell y'all, the last time she told me, y'all, man, and I've been waiting to put this on the show, and I'm finna say it now. The last time I got locked up and I got out, my mama said, "What, Wayne? Next time you get locked up, I'm not gonna get you out." No lie, y'all. 94 in May. I still remember this shit like it yesterday. I called her ass, y'all, right street. Wayne ain't gonna come get you out. You know what I said, y'all? All right, mama, I love you. I'll see you next year. You feel what I'm saying? But she didn't cut me off completely. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She didn't cut me off completely, but, she was just like, hey, call me if you need something on your book. So, her sister, my aunt Jackie, rest in peace, she sent me something. But, you know what I'm saying? But I understood that. But these kids, they don't understand, like, hey, man, y'all doing too much out here, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, right now, if my son was doing too much out here, I better not cut that nigga off. Like, boy, you need to handle it yourself. You need to ask some other folks over there on the other side. And I mean his mama. You need to go on and ask them what's going on, because I told your ass. If you don't sit up here and told your child what the business is, and they ain't trying to listen to you, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying as far as like I didn't never marry my kid's mama. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you married and you got a household and he's not listening, that's a totally different thing, man. Because you can straighten that bullshit out. But at an age, I'm gonna say cutting your child off, and I'm gonna say real talk. I'm gonna say at least about, because my son in National Guard and he in college, and I told him whatever he need. Man, I don't know, y'all. I really can't say. I'm told him at least about 25, 26. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna say this to you too. The way we do the show, it ain't a right or wrong answer. We just ask feedback. They ask people their opinion, but I never look at somebody and just say they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? We just kick conversations, just get everybody's opinions.
But see, bro, I already know. I'm saying it ain't no right or wrong answer. I'm just saying what, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been wanting to say this shit for the longest, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because folks don't understand like how I rock. And like I said, yeah, I mean, you know, I'm a difficult motherfucker because you just seen the show we did Sunday. And they were like, Wayne, I don't know if I take advice from you, nigga, because nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we were just bullshitting, but at the same time, when it comes to kids, man, at the age, bro, I feel like if they not listening, man, and they ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to listen, they want to deal with these streets and all this bullshit, cut their ass off. Point blank, period. Don't sit up here and stress yourself out about this shit because stress brings on a lot of sickness. If they ass want to be out here grown, get your ass out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cut your ass out. Oh, you want to fuck with goddamn Crips? You want to fuck with blood? Or you want to fuck with old boy? You want to fuck with this bitch? Nah, man. Go head on. But at the same time, I feel like if they doing what they supposed to do, don't cut them off. But still, at the same time, if they're not doing what they supposed to do, don't cut them off. It got to be really like something real serious and drastic for you to cut your kids off. You feel what I'm saying? Like I told you, my mama didn't cut me off. Man, y'all don't understand, man. I stole my mama car back in 90, thinking like 90, 15. Done raped the bitch, done went home like somebody done stole this motherfucker. Shorty.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
Yeah. Hey,
you
brother,
feel me?
Yeah, I feel you, brother. Listen, I appreciate you tuning in, man, and add to the conversation and everything, man. That was good insight and everything. And I want to tell you, man, keep on supporting me, and I'm supporting you too, man. And I appreciate you, brother.
Oh, go ahead and do business. I already know y'all trying to get to the next call. I just want to put my voice in. Everybody, the insane Wayne, talk that shit TV. My boy, watch this future. I'ma holler at y'all.
I appreciate it. You know what? And that's the thing about it. Like Wayne was saying, as you know, I don't get into the whole, what's the extent? Because what's the big deal for Poochie? May not be a big deal for you.
Right.
And I'm very, very conscious of that. So I always just keep that kind of stuff in mind. But I do think everybody can be realistic about where they threshold at, what they can just take from their kid or not. So Redbone says, my opinion, I would like to get their first place car, etc. After that, that's all on them. Hoping it'll work for mine. It's the look for me. I don't know what part was that. Again, if you get the first car, get the first house, I'm cool with any kind of assistance.
Right.
But I'm just saying this. I got 4 boys. All totally different. I know the one I could get something for. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate it.
Right.
I know the one I get something for it. I don't give a f.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
I know the one that, you know what I'm saying?
I get you.
They're going to take care of like theirs.
Right.
I know, you know what I'm saying?
I get you.
And I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I don't care. Well, you did it for him. Yeah. And I know he's going to take care of it. You ain't.
Right.
You ain't. We can do something else. But I can't do that.
Right.
I can't do that. Like, one of the biggest things, you know what I always say, Larry, what? Have skin in the game.
Right.
Have skin in the game. Now, I try to have the same blueprint with all of them in regards to, hey, bro, if you do this, one may, okay, bro, look, work, give me some money to do this, or hey, man, help me do this kind of thing, and we'll lay it out. I try to stay along the lines with that. But you know your children.
Right.
You know your children. Like you said, your son in the same thing with Peter. Peter in the National Guard, good kid and stuff like that. He don't have his moments. He don't have his stuff. And I'm like, what, you're doing? Be a good kid.
Right.
And again, you haven't graduated from college, so I can trip about stuff.
Right.
But on the flip side of it is too.
It always could be worse.
Yeah, absolutely. I ain't talking to him through the glass.
Right.
And I know he's making immaturity mistakes as opposed to just being totally lawless or whatever. You know, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think sometimes we just have to be realistic with that. The first phase I was just talking about with the early adulthood, that second one, this is the one we went through the 18 to 22. The second one, this is a kind of funky one right here. And that's the post-college. And that 22 to 25. That's typically what most of them probably finish college, finish trade school, this, that, and that. And it's a funny spot. Why? Because this is the time where I think kids first start seeing that 25, 22 to 25, that little 3-year range, when they first start seeing peers having initial pieces of establishment, right? They see who done went to school, now they got a job. They see who done went, got on with this place, this, that, and got, you know what I'm saying? So now it's a funky spot because not only is the parents, you might be okay with whatever track, but this is the point. Now they seeing a peer association.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Well, not necessarily the pressure, but I see, okay, Lab did graduate, Lab got a job down there.
Right.
I see Lab did go down, area tech, he got his little plumber certification. Now, plumber, I won't say damn, he got that, he electrician, he a cop. You done did something
right
in the past 4, 5, 6 years.
And you making progress.
Right. As opposed, I'm saying I'm getting blinded out every day. Right. You know what I mean? And so now they seeing again that post-college part. Again, we're talking about tonight is at what age should you cut your children off and to what extent, right?
Slick says Wayne is right. I never cut Carlos off because I taught him that he was going to need to be a productive adult. I'm not a bank, but Carlos never asked for much. If he slipped, I would help.
And that's the thing, as parents, that's what we always try to do. What's up, Dana? See, my old classmate came on in. Like I said, man, we know our kids,
right?
And I ain't trying to give a hey, they do this, they do that, whatever. I would be lying to you if I sit here and say I handle every situation with each one of my kids the same.
Right?
I'd be lying about that,
right?
Because all my kids ain't, now again, we still got some black and white stuff,
right?
Ain't no, you ain't cussing me,
right?
You ain't sitting there just doing
this
in my house.
That stuff.
You ain't coming to my house anytime.
Right.
You ain't doing it. Just some rules, hey.
Those are those unspoken ones.
My kids tell you, my house is not a democracy.
Right.
So it's not like I don't give a damn about your. Yeah, exactly. I don't give a damn about your feelings. I don't give a damn about fair. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, there's some things we just ain't gonna. It's non-negotiable, but. I know who I can talk to. I know who I gotta, tie some screws with my children. They're all good boys, but that's the thing, like I said, that post college, because you figure that, hey, you got your degree. What you gonna do?
Right.
And you say like, I don't want to do this, and I got my degree in early education, and I don't want to go this, that, and that. Or, I got my degree in nuclear physics,
right?
And I can't find anything, so I'm gonna stay and I'm not going to go work. All that bull.
Right.
Look, you had 4 years to get educated, but also do what? Intern, network, do this, that, and that.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't did it and the opportunities are not close or whatever, and you don't want to move abroad, you got to take what you can get.
Right.
I'm not trying to entertain that. I'm not trying to. My children know with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. If you had, when you were going to school, I'm dropping it in your head. Are you networking? Are you interning?
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing this? Hey, listen, do you need me to make a call? Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's when you get out. Do not tell me about what you can't find. Like, okay, and what I mean by that is, if you legitimately can't find, I know you're looking, that's one thing.
Right.
But you don't want to deal with something like whatever. Bro, what you try to do, if for your degree, you got to move to Texas.
Right.
Most of the opportunity in California.
Right.
Or you got to go to, you know what I'm saying?
I think the aspect of networking and interning is a good aspect, but me as a person who went through college and had children at the same time and worked, because I didn't have my mother wasn't able to financially support me while I was going through school. It's a little easier said than done a lot of times, and then you got to have the aspects of personalities. You try to network and meet people and do things. Some kids are just not are socially awkward. I mean, they're introverts. I mean,
let me tell you, like I had a conversation one with my children. You better unawkward your ass. Because here's the deal. Let me say this. To your point, it's difficult.
Right.
I was a non-traditional student.
Okay.
I went to school with kids, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I get that whole part. But at the end of the day, you're trying to play a game.
Mm-hmm.
The rules are the rules. You can't adjust that. So if you don't have a network, you don't have no kind of referral system set up in place and stuff like that, you're like, get out of your damn comfort zone.
Right.
People don't get hired off their credentials. People get hired off who they know. It's like you hear it all the time.
Right.
It ain't what you know, it's who you know.
That's
Go
true.
get some damn who's. If
That's
you don't have
true.
any damn who's, what are you talking about?
See, I didn't meet my who's until after college. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Once I graduated from college and got my MBA and my bachelor's in psychology and stuff, I didn't meet my who's until after college. I didn't know what I was going to be doing. Not necessarily. Let me rewind that back. I knew what I was going to be doing, but I didn't know how to get there. So I had to meet my who's after college.
Let me ask you a question. When you say you met your who's after college, did you have a lab in place, the direct lab? Hey, this is a blueprint.
No,
do this.
Okay. I did it by myself.
And that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. But when we sit here and say this now, when we talk, we parents talking now.
Uh-huh.
I'm sitting here telling you, you need to be helping them.
Right.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Right.
Right? If you don't know, if your kid blind, they by themselves and everything, that's a whole different conversation.
Right.
We talking about should you cut them off? And if you didn't know as a parent, I get it. There are definitely things that when Torin was little, going through that I know inside out now with William, right?
Right.
So, we 3 kids later, I get that part, right? But at the end of the day, as a parent, before you get the blab in your mouth, you can go here and do that. Find out for sure.
Right.
The easiest thing for me to do, or anybody to do, is what? Say it.
Right.
Doing it. If you like you say, if you know that, listen, I'm not comfortable with this, your child ain't comfortable, bro, you need look. Don't just think you got your damn degree.
Right.
That's going to happen.
Right.
That's not how the world works.
That's true. That's
true. You get what I'm saying?
I'm not disagreeing with you. And as a father of 3 grown children who I thought that I was putting them on a certain path, is just that, and this is my testament, is just that they decided they wanted to do other things. And then they come back and now they need my assistance. But, I put them through military high school. I said, you go to military high school, you get your rank, you get your thing, you go to college, you get your, because I'm thinking to myself, you go to military, you're making these connections because the military school are military people. So if you're telling me that you want to go to the military, okay, we're going to put you in this high school, in this military school, let you go to this academy. Everybody in here who's training is in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing you got to do is say, Sergeant Major, such, I want to go and you in. But that wasn't the path that they chose once they got in there. So it was kind of a disappointment. But that was me considering giving them their who's. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You make these connections with these instructors, with these trainers. You want to go to the military. You go get. I mean, they were setting up kids like you go into the Army 4 years. You already got your college set up. Your college funds is ready when you get out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how they were doing. I was like, that's what you guys need to do.
Yeah. And
then once they got into the college, did the 4 years, graduated. I mean, high school, and did the 4 years and graduated.
Mm-hmm.
They decided that the military wasn't for them. But prior to that, they thought the military was for them. But I said, okay, you want to go to the military? Well, let's put you in this school, get you there. All 3 of them went.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of them graduated from there. But at the same time, they just didn't apply those who's to their future, because they could have went into the military with rank. They could have already been ranked because they was already going through the program.
Yeah.
And in the academy.
Yeah. But you know what, Lab? I will say this, and I'll be brutally honest with my children. The blueprint.
Right.
If you don't want to go stay on the blueprint, you got to deal with the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm dealing with my last child in the house, at the end of the day, I will help my kids, but I always tell my kids.
Right.
And we start talking about just transitional stuff.
Right.
Dad, my car, Daddy, I need help with this, that, and that. If you make your own decision, I ain't tripping. I might, like you said, be disappointed.
Right.
But you got to deal with the consequences.
Right.
Because if I tell you to do something,
right,
and it don't work, I'm gonna help you fix it.
I'm gonna have to fix that.
I can eat that.
Right.
But if you make a decision and the shit don't work, that's on you.
Right.
It ain't no, I done had them. Yeah, Dad, I should listen to you and all that. All right, brother, it cool.
Right.
What kind of game? Come on. We ain't gonna talk about this shit. Because I'm not a I told you so person,
right,
or whatever. But at the end, and that's your choice.
You got to
now, when they're a kid, of course, we in charge of
right,
it, right?
Right.
But when you get on your own, I got it. That's cool.
Mm.
Like I said, I'm not saying I don't like it. It doesn't bother me. But you got to deal with the consequences of that. Because I always just remember, I'm able to help my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm financially okay where I can help them do certain stuff, right? But at the end of the day, I didn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be damned if I do everything for to make sure I'm straight and responsible with my kid. I don't believe in the whole generational wealth shit, because I'm just saying I'm just saying. I think it's easy to say that when you ain't got the money.
Right.
Once you get the money, and I feel like I'm in a comfortable spot now, people they're not interested in doing what you want to do. So I'm gonna make sure pooch is straight.
Right.
I'm gonna give you everything that's in my damn head.
Right.
For you to be cool. I'm dead and gone. I got a little insurance money, and like I told you then, even with properties, businesses.
I know who I'm gonna get at to make sure it's
right.
right.
Take care of
right.
Your ass ain't gonna do. Y'all ain't gonna be fussing about my damn house.
Right.
He getting this, you getting that,
right.
y'all getting that. Everybody cool. If y'all ain't shit, that's what it is.
Right.
I take you off.
Right.
I'm just saying, is when you don't have it, it's easy to talk about. We can build this, we can build
right.
that. Man, no, the easiest. You can have a family that's like this.
Mm-hmm.
5 kids. Mama die. Mama didn't leave. Mama left it to 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
One want to sell it. One want to rent it. One want to stay there. One want to make movies on there.
Mm-hmm.
One want to just be there and don't pay no damn bills.
Right.
And that unit that was like this
is not
gone. Gone.
Right. Right.
That quick. They had so much love for them.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that, I would never put my kids, and I'm not tripping on any parent about doing it because I know that the thought process was genuine.
Right.
But we see it too often because, you know, everybody, your kids be on different paths.
Right.
I know better, so I'm not going to do that. So, okay, I know who's getting what. We've had these conversations. Something happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
They know who they know, and I trust that one to get everything done.
Right.
Right? I don't trust all y'all. I trust you. I trust you to be what? Be you.
Be you.
All that stuff. But I know that one going to take care of that. And he going to make sure, hey, did what daddy wanted. Cool. This is the whatever stakes. You know your kids.
Right.
So like I said, that second phase, that post college, I think that's when, you know, that 22 to 25, where you can kind of, I think even with a parent, you might be tripping, but that's when the kids are kind of seeing like, okay, depending what path we talking about, when what age should you cut your child off? I'm looking at it. That's a spot where a parent need to be very realistic, because now you can see not only where your child at, even some of their peers. Not to be in comparison, but you can be honest with yourself. You know, sometimes people will say, well, that's too young, or they can't handle this, that, and that. Because you're like right now, with William will say, just call him a baby out, but just one of my kids might say, well, the teacher didn't tell us. The teacher didn't, how did you fail the test? The teacher went too fast, whatever. I just asked $1 million question with William. Did everybody fail? No. How many people passed?
Right.
Well, a couple. How many people got an A? Well, how you telling me? That tells me that it was able to be comprehended.
Right.
Now, if you said all y'all fail, I can roll with it.
Right. Then we gotta have a conversation with the teacher.
But if you know that there were actually, to go back to the point, if you know that it's possible for somebody to do it, it's possible.
Right.
So we ain't got to go beat no, dead horse in regards to, hey, kids can't get it or whatever. No, it's possible.
Right.
So we don't have to do it. Now, I ain't saying that you're a comparison, but it's very easy to say, well, that's too much.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think that because me, you, everybody, most of the people who were born in the 70s, 80s, we went out and got it. We a lot of our parents struggled with certain things. My mom struggled with alcoholism and drugs and stuff like that. But we went out and got it, and we became okay. Do you think that because we were able to do it in such tragic times and so much drama within our lives that we feel that our kids should be able to do it because we're making it easier for them?
Hell yeah, you should feel that way.
Okay.
They can make $1 million on the damn phone.
Right.
Huh?
I get you.
Huh? They making hit records.
But do you think that mentality is the proper mentality to have?
What you mean?
Like thinking like,
if I did it, you should do it.
Or if I did it in the stuff in the trauma-filled life that I had going on, with the ease that I'm making it for you, you should be well endowed to do it.
Hell yeah. Then you gotta make exceptions depending on if your kid got learning disabilities, process, like you said, might be socially awkward and stuff like that. You can make adjustments, but why the hell you can't? Why you can't? I told you, lad, what I truly believe. Most parents just don't want their kids to go through stuff. They don't. Their fear of letting their kids go through something, have failures, have setbacks, have heartbreaks, is greater than they feel of having a damn grown in the house.
Right.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Okay.
Take the L. Take the L, son. Learn from it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let nobody mistreat you.
Right.
But what I'm saying though, go out there and mess up.
Right.
Go out there and get a setback, get a heartbreak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go do it.
I think that heartbreak part is what a lot of parents have a hard time letting their children deal with nowadays. they don't know. Nobody wants their child to be heartbroken or sad or any of those things, because you just have so many things that, you have so many things that we think that children have to deal with. I don't think that children have to deal with as much as we dealt with when we were children. But hey, that's a conversation for another time. I don't think they have it as hard as we had. I just don't think that they do.
I don't know if it's an issue of hard. They got it different.
Different,
but,
right?
But the flip side of it is too. You don't want to tighten them screws, or you don't want to do all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be taking care of your grandkids.
Right.
Straight up. Straight up.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
right.
At the end of the day, and I love my granddaughter.
Right.
I'm just sitting up. Hey, this is spend the night,
right,
have fun,
and go home tomorrow.
My leash.
Right.
I'm not picking up. What the fuck? No.
Right. I raised mine.
No, I raised mine.
This is my time to be poochie.
Call me dirty. Call me this, that,
right.
and that. No.
I agree with you on that.
No.
I tell Slick. Slick says now, Lab. You used to say that how I raised and taught Carlos was hard, and it makes it hard for others to understand. That is true. I agree with that. She was like you, like 18. You gotta go, man. Like you gotta figure it out. But you can't come back here.
But here's the deal. This is what I think a lot of people miss. It's not the 18 you gotta go. We've been on this track from 0 to 18.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it ain't 18.
You know what I'm gonna say. I'm giving you the tools to build this car. If you don't put the tires on and pull out the driveway, who fault is that?
Exactly.
Right.
I think that a lot of times, that was a great question you asked. Are kids really ready for the world? No.
Right.
But they can be ready for where you got them at that particular time. When the bird go out the nest, they gonna kind of bump, flop, and eventually
mama kick them out.
Exactly. They're gonna eventually flop, and go.
Right.
You gotta just be realistic. Like, okay, cool. This that. Chris Hayes' situation was car messed up. He ain't never went to a mechanic.
Right.
So at the end of the day, like, okay, cool. I went up there with him.
Right.
I'm standing behind him. Go talk to him.
Right.
I'm standing right there. He's talking. He's nervous and this, that, and that, and everything. And I'm just kicking it with him because this is your car.
Right.
I'm not gonna send you up there because I don't want nobody to get over on you.
Right.
But we're gonna sit here and just say, hey man, well look, you go talk to him, tell him what's going on. Hey, did you ask him about the price? Oh, I forgot. Well, go there, ask him.
Right.
Say, I'm not finna do this for you. I can't. I'm not.
Right.
You gonna have to get this. He
and it's your car. And I know what's wrong with it.
He looking at me like, damn, daddy, can you go? Hell no. No.
Right.
No, and I'm gonna be strong on him like that. And you know what? Once he did it, he was so proud of himself.
Right.
He was so proud of himself because he had that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
He missed out on some stuff, dog. Did you ask him this, that? Oh man, I forget. Get your hands.
Go ahead and ask him.
Go ask him, dog. And he was so proud of himself.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sitting here talking and fussing and da. My son need this. My son need that. No. Fuck no. No.
Because it's gonna be a time that you're not gonna be available. He's gonna have to do it.
Man, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I want to do your shit.
Yeah. All right. And I say this all the time. I tell Slick, I don't want to be needed. I don't want to be needed. I don't want to. Even with friends, I say I don't want a friend that needs me. I just want to be Lab and do what Lab wants to do. Mm-hmm. And if I want to help, I help. If I don't, I don't. Yeah. I don't need for my help to feel like if I don't help, everything gonna fall down. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to be that person.
That's draining though.
Right. It is draining.
That's draining. And it also cuts you depending on you be making sacrificing things that you didn't necessarily have to do.
Sacrifice.
And they're like, damn, is this shit really appreciated?
Right.
I don't even want to get into that.
Right. And that's what I be saying. I know I be sounding, I'm just like, I don't want to be needed. Like I just want to be, if you gonna be friend, or if you gonna, my kids, I tell them all the time, and my mom too. My mom's coming around asking for stuff. And I'm like, I just don't, like, I got all y'all at me at one time. Like, I don't want to be needed. I just want to be. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I learned years ago the power of the word no. And when you can just say no, you just it. And once you start, you exercising it,
right,
it takes a lot of pressure off you.
Right.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do this, that, and now you're in the hook because they're never calling you back. Now I can't do it. I got this to take care of.
Right. And I've learned that recently because at first, and I'm not gonna get into why, the situation with me and my children and my ex-wife and all that's not really relevant at this point. But I was doing things to make up for other things.
Mhm.
And now I'm at the point like, this is every week. Like, no, I can't do it. Like, but then I started thinking, I want my daughter, and I'm just being funny. I want my daughter out there doing something strange for me to change. But at the same time, like, you got to get it how you live.
And you could be sitting there taking care of your daughter, giving the money. She's still doing something strange for them.
Right.
That don't stop.
Right.
Well, I already know I got 1,000 from daddy. Let me
Right.
go and get that 1,500 from you. I'm just, huh? I mean, that doesn't prevent anything. Again, guys,
That's true. That's true.
No, again, guys, we're talking about at what age should you cut your children off and to what extent. At what age should you cut your children off to what extent? Feel free to call in if you got anything you want to add to the conversation. The call in number 678-740-9894. Again, the call in number 678-740-9894. Now, we talk about that post-college, the 22 to 25. I feel like in that part two, you still helping them with, like I said, that transitional stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They out of school. Hey, look, I might help you with a down payment with your car.
Right.
If you want to get them a car and stuff like that, but they're on that track.
Right.
Okay, now we're doing this, and now we're doing certain things. You help them.
Mm-hmm.
That last phase, and this is why I feel like cutting them off. It's just me. Damn, is that damn mid to late 20s, that 25 to 30.
Okay.
Shit, you should be full financially independent by then. Full financially independent.
Knowledgeable and everything.
No, I'm not knowledgeable. I'm
Right.
not knowledgeable because the hell I ain't knowledgeable. I got OGs. I got
Okay.
mentors, right?
Okay.
So, but smart enough to what? What I always say, the greatest gift any parent can get a child, the ability to think.
Okay.
Not you sitting there, Daddy, I didn't know. No, MF, look,
Right.
Google it. I'm just saying, like,
You Google everything else,
I'm
right?
just saying, think. If you
Right.
don't know, call me. Call this person.
Right.
One thing about my children, they do know what. Daddy don't know everything, but Daddy gonna see in the right direction.
Right.
Call your Uncle Lab.
Uh-huh.
Call your Aunt Reach. They'll
Right.
help you out with this, that, and
Right.
that. I don't know, but call them. I'm gonna send you to the right person. If I
Right.
don't know, I'm gonna find out if you reach out to me with that. But for the most part, hey, I was so proud of Christopher working. He was asking stuff about, he got his job. Hey, Dad, I got this health stuff and all that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get all that shit. Take care of that first. If you need me, call me.
Right.
I'm busy.
Right.
Call me if you need agencies you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
If you Google it. So where do you get your shot health record? Where you go get a background check?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you call these references
around, right.
and find that. The hell
Right.
you asking me for?
Right.
And I gotta be that way. Again, damn, duh, I can look.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't changing no damn Pampers. Right. So
right.
I'm just saying, and then if you got a conversation, we can talk.
Right.
But I gotta get you on the right
Path.
track
Right.
to do that. What's this podcast? Shana, what's going on? Question of the hour. Have we raised them to be equipped to survive without us? Well, that's a show we did before.
Mm-hmm.
If you die today, will your children be okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's we speak. Can't speak French on that question.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I think that's every parent. That should be something that every parent should think about. Again, the question was, have we raised them to be equipped to survive without us? That's a parent question. Because I'm gonna say this and be very honest with you. That last phase we talk about appreciate the question. The mid late 2025 to 30.
Mm-hmm.
That's that hard. I got it.
Right.
Shit. Well, go get it.
Right.
So I'm just saying, if you're gonna have it, so when you say certain things to them, they feel like they got it. I know.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
I got one of my kids. I know. It don't know shit.
Right.
One of them is. The
Uh-huh.
other ones, hey, Dad, this, that, and that. But I know.
Right.
And with that, you just have to
Let them know.
know. And when things come up, hey, bro, I throw the question out first. So are you asking me or you just telling me? Well, I'm asking you.
Right.
Before I get to talking, because I know you know.
You know.
So, I think it's a parent question, and that because at the end of the day, you may feel that you haven't done enough, and they may be fine, or you may feel that you have, and they totally lost. Because it could be to the extent. Here's the deal: it could be to the extent of what you know.
I was about to say that.
You know what I'm saying?
We're getting them prepared for things that we've experienced, but those experiences are not the same experiences that they're going through. So yeah, we think that that they're prepared because we're giving them the preparedness of what we experienced when we were coming up. But to be honest with you, those experiences are not the same experiences that they're gonna have. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's totally different. When we were growing up, we didn't have computers. We didn't have phones in our hand with computers in our hand. So those things are different, even though we know about it and we know how to we have adjusted to that.
Yeah.
But our experiences as we were growing up, that's what we're giving them. That's
Yeah.
what we're teaching them, how to avoid some of the things that we experience. But they're not gonna. They might not even have the same, same thing as they go forward in life. Their experience is just not going to be the same.
I agree, but I'm going back to what I just mentioned, that 25 to 30,
right?
Full financial independence,
right?
They should be rocking and rolling,
right?
Now you need me, I'll help you,
right?
But you should be rocking and rolling. I know people
it should be very rare.
Well, like I said, let me be the one. Hey, bro, you doing your thing,
right?
I'm down payment on that house,
right?
Hey, bro, I got this, that, and they help you out with that car, but hey, daddy, can you do this,
right.
that, and that? I'm my rent, short of my rent. I get it. You
right.
got sick. Something happened. I get that part. I'm with you with that.
I'm gonna tell you
but we're gonna have a conversation. What the hell going on? But I don't entertain that, lab. I'm telling you what you about to say. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you one person. Carlos, I don't care what happened. He always gonna have a place to stay, but he kept a car. Mm-hmm. It's like he'll have a car today. If something happened, get an accident, and have a new car tomorrow. And it's just like he kept a car or a truck. I don't care what he did. He kept transportation because he felt like transportation was how he was gonna get to work.
Yeah.
So he kept transportation, and it was just like it's amazing, like how you get a car every other day, like. But he kept a car, and he kept him somewhere to stay of his own. Now it was sometimes that he may have asked his mom. His mom like, "No, you can't come here." And then he went in, and once he got to know, because she's a professional knower. Once he got to know, it seemed like it magically, he got him somewhere to stay. Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
The power of the word,
right?
And we, like I said, we can be realistic about those situations. Mm-hmm. You got sick, you got fired, you got divorced, you da. Cool, you can't control it. The stuff you can't control,
right?
But your bad decision, your drinking, your partying, your not paying or whatever this day, man. Hey, bro, you put yourself in that hole. You know what I'm saying? And I might help you when you trip.
Right.
But you fall down, keep off your decision. Mm. That's different. What we got right here, podcast Shanty, here's a catch. What about helping an adult child with raising grandkids? That offers a different heartstring. Thoughts? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Look at man. Once you see, let me tell you something. And again, and it's coming from my grandfather. Love it. But I'm just saying this. Once people see that, okay, well, I'm just gonna dump this or whatever they can get over on you, they're gonna continue to do it. Mm-hmm. And you be sitting there saying, "Man, I'm going crazy. My grandbaby's in a certain spot. This, that, and that. I can't deal with it. I can't. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna hurt myself worse trying to fix your screw up.
Right.
Because when people see they can get you give them an inch, they're gonna take a mile. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm not doing that. And again, it may come off cold or whatever, but I have experienced being selfless and doing certain things and getting screwed. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, like I'm here, I'm probably granddaddy here to help and all this other kind of stuff. But granddaddy is not
not that.
Well, yeah. What is more? I don't mind being utilized.
Okay.
But I got a big problem getting used. I don't mind getting utilized, but I got a big problem getting used.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, somebody you assisting somebody, that's one thing. But all that kind of stuff never replaced. I'm not going to do that. So the question is from Podcast Shanty. So you're okay with watch your grandkids go without? A lot of grandparents experience this. The thoughts. It's not I'm watching them go without. Hell, they don't stay with me. Now my child deceased, because at the end of you said they going without. That means you are engaged. Find out what the hell going on. Here's the deal. You get what I'm saying? I'm fully doing that. If my child is incarcerated, they not there. They may just say they passed or something where mentally where they can't do it. That's a different conversation.
Right.
And that ain't got to be my grandkids. That can be a niece, nephew, little cousin, or whatever. Right. So that don't have to be there. But Far too often, here's the deal, lad. Here's the deal. Because if you feel like your kid, they in a dangerous situation, well, let's just say they got around a predator, you call defects and get them taken care of, protect them. But we start saying that's a great word without. They not eating enough. They not dressing well and stuff like that. Because if they're being mistreated, that's a different dynamic. I'm not saying watch that, right? But I'm just saying that, hey, they not at the standards that I would have or whatever. That's totally different.
Right.
That go back to what I was saying before, lad, when we started talking about letting your kids go through something.
Right.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. If they're in a position where they have harm, that's a different conversation. Call defects then.
Right.
Call defects and go get the kids.
Right.
Don't sit over there and just be like, well, I ain't gonna call them a kid, but I keep butting my nose in and my daughter or son dropping them off on me.
Right.
Call defects, get the kid. Don't be sitting there getting, you getting poked at.
I'm gonna tell you, I had a situation a year or so ago when my granddaughter was out. Whatever my daughter had my granddaughter just out. So, and going on the bus by herself somewhere at 12 years old anyway, we went and got her from was not Birmingham, Alabama, but Montgomery. Went and got her from Montgomery, brought her here. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to figure this out. This child got up the next morning and ran away. And I said, I'm not gonna deal with that. I am not about to deal with that. I'm not about to keep a child here that doesn't want to be here, because now every day I'm gonna worry about if she's finna run away. I can't concentrate on what I gotta do. I got a job. I gotta take care of her. So I got a job. I can't, if I'm going to the office or whatever, you by yourself and you decide you want to get up and go out the house and leave and stuff, I can't deal with that. She was running away to somebody that her mama told her to go with, but it was just like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm not doing that. I mean, you 12 years old. I'm trying to explain to you what's going on. I'm gonna take care of you. Be here. We're gonna make sure you good. I'm doing all the things. I'm trying not to see my grandchild do without. You get what I'm saying? My grandchild wanted to do without, obviously, because she got her ass up early in the morning and ran out the door.
And like you said, you didn't sign up for that.
I didn't sign up for that.
That is a great question. It was just asked, like I said, you okay with them? No, nobody's okay with them going without. But what I'm saying to you, if it's gonna be like that, go get them.
Right.
Because if I keep going back, helping this person and doing all this other kind of stuff, it's gonna keep letting me do it.
Right.
So if I'm gonna do it, let me get a hold of the situation.
Right.
I had a family member of mine got locked up before, and they calling me Poochie. Can you put some money on the bond? Can you put this up? Put that up. If I go do something, I'm the one gonna pay. I'm gonna be responsible.
Right.
No, we just need the money from you. No, we don't need it. No. I'm gonna go get the bond amount. I'm gonna be responsible. It's gonna be my money. I'm doing this.
Right.
And because I know I can make sure they go to court. No, I ain't ask you for that. We just want the money. You got me.
Right. I'm not giving you no money. Right.
No, I'm not gonna help you the way you want me to help you.
Right.
I'm not gonna help you at your leisure.
Right.
So if it's a situation like that with my grandkids or whatever, I'm gonna get them.
Right.
If I feel like it's something like that, what's going on. But I ain't gonna be back and forth. A lot of and again, we started talking about if it's an issue of peril, they getting assaulted, something like that, whatever. But shit, they ain't over there they ain't cooking enough. They ain't weighing. They know this. They got to go through it.
Right.
My two younger boys, especially that baby boy of mine. Oh, he looking like Richie Rich. Hey,
women. No worries.
Hey, he didn't live like that.
Right.
He didn't live like that. He didn't.
Right.
PJ didn't either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Same hard. I love him the same.
Right.
But my pocketbook wasn't like that.
Right. Yeah. Right. It was different.
You know what I'm saying? My pocketbook, my availability.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's totally different with Will. Right. So that's why I think people gotta be realistic with it. Are you helping them because you just don't like how they doing it? Well, that girl ain't saying this, or that boy don't spend time with them. And now I gotta go there, do this, that, and that to make you feel more comfortable situation. Right. Again, if it's an issue of peril, go get them.
Right. Right.
Because people will always wear their, you know what I'm saying? Right. And that ain't got to be your grandbaby. That can just be a family member.
And to go with your point, that was the case with my granddaughter. It was an issue of peril. She still didn't want to be here. So it was like, hey,
what can you do?
I'm done with that.
What can you do?
I have to separate myself from that because I drive myself crazy trying to solve her problem that she doesn't want solved.
Let me tell you something. I've seen situations when we start talking again. We're talking about what age you cut your kids off. I've seen people go through issues, especially like divorce, and one parent turned the other kid on the one so much and that kid has already been poisoned or polluted so bad, man, they have listen, daddy touched me.
Right.
Mama, boyfriend hit on me.
Right.
They tell I'm just saying that they lying on the daddy. They might be lying on the mama boyfriend. They might be lying on the mama.
Right.
Because again, and I'm not trying to please. I'm not trying to sweeten that under the rug. But a person can be polluted so bad that you love your child. You want the most. Your child sitting there misusing you. All this other kind of stuff. At some point, you gotta say to yourself, like, I hate it happened.
Right.
And you gotta be built like that.
Yeah.
You gotta be built like that. As rough as that sound, hey man, that's the real.
Right.
That's the real. Because the child that you love, the child that you would die for, whatever, will sit there and possibly get you jammed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you gotta sit here and say to yourself, well, look, man, I can't deal with it. And a lot of times I see so many shows, and that's why I say I live my life saying to people like, man, it's a different situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I hear that all the time. Because y'all know I was thinking about doing the Puff Daddy show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we'll say that for now. I don't think that's one we can get enough open thoughts on.
Right.
But even when we start talking about with children, like real talk, people will sit here and get drugged through the gutter trying to help people that really ain't caring about their health.
Well, before we go, let me ask this question. Do you think that people, like you just said, would try to help, but do you think it's because they want the kids to feel good, or they want themselves to feel good about it? They want to feel good themselves, that they're doing everything possible to help this situation get better, but in the long run, it's just not happening, and your child may be using you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's an issue they try to make it feel good. I think they want to feel at ease.
Some
want to feel good that I did this, I did that. But I think the vast majority want to feel at ease.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
They ain't got to worry about it.
Right.
Some it may be a control thing. I've seen it. But I think the majority, they want to feel at ease. They actually at night that they get treated. Not that they, like I said, they getting in peril, but it's just their standard of how they want things to go. Because typically, you the grandparent, you most stable.
Right.
Your kids going through it.
Right.
And they eventually 10, 20 years from now, they'll be you, right?
Right.
From a stability standpoint.
Right.
But you watching your grandbabies go through that kind of stuff, you just might not be comfortable with it, right?
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like they should have two shoes. I feel like they should all have new coats.
Right.
I feel like they should be, in private schools.
Right.
I feel like they're right, but that's to you to be at ease.
Right.
Like I said, if it's issues of peril or danger, just call defense, get them out of there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But mofo is just more of just that mental stability. Like I said, some want to say, okay, I did this, like the control thing. But I think a lot of mostly just to be at ease with doing that. What's going on, Harsey? Coming in, brother. Savvy Police, the PR said some also have witnessed their grandkids in real troublesome situations, financial, etc. Social work can testify to this. I understand, but that's why I said go get them.
Yeah,
go get them. If you feel that way, here's the deal. Your fear for somebody having your grandkids should be greater than you worried about reporting your child. Your fear of protecting your grandkids, it should be greater than you reporting your child. But you don't want to report your child.
Well, I witnessed from first hand.
You hear what I'm saying?
They called the police on her son, like, hey, you ain't protect these children out here. You know what I'm saying?
But you get my point?
Right. You're going to go to jail, but these children going to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that real talk.
Right.
That real, PR said, great points. But that's what I'm saying. If you really feel that way, shit, hey, get them.
Right.
Get them. But again, like, nah, I'm going to sit here and just keep doing this and helping them. They ain't after your damn help. What they doing is using you.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And at some point, we got to say, like, look, man, this ain't going to work. This ain't going to work. And again, that same thing, it don't have to be your children. It can be any family member, any friend.
My mom guilty of.
You know what I'm saying? What going on, Red? What's happening now? Appreciate that. I just think people always say to myself, protect yourself. In the night show we were talking about at what age you cut your kids off and to what extent. Again, when we had these kind of conversations, I never sit here and base what I did with my kids, this the right way, this, that, and that, because from the moment they come out their mama, that's how I raised. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to sit here and say that, hey, you can come and do some things and you ain't been on that kind of path. It might not work for you.
Right.
Or the things you do, right?
Right.
I even looked at when I was coaching football, I could see another team doing some stuff like, damn, that's pretty neat.
All right.
But I couldn't be that ignorant to think like they practice that.
Right.
I just can't go out into a game and want to do some stuff off of
What you see.
what I seen and that's
Right.
the culture and where they practice and done things. And the same thing with parenting. Like, don't sit there and look, well, Poochie did that with his son, or Poochie did that. Poochie done had a damn stroke doing that shit with his son. Right?
Right. This is a 0 to 18 type situation.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly. And I think we just have to kind of be realistic about certain things like that. Again, I like I said, I know how I am, and I ain't never said it right. But like I said, when I said that 25 to 30, shit, bro, you on your own.
Yeah.
If you need me, come holler at me.
Right.
Like I tell my sons, hey, you got your family, whatever they standing at, don't go to her mom and dad for no money.
Come to me. Right.
Come to me.
Right. As my
Because
son.
I don't want nobody saying nothing about whatever. I'm old school with that.
I get you.
If you
I'm
need
with you
money,
on that.
you come to me.
Right.
Don't go to her people.
Right.
But you're gonna get what the hell going on, son.
Right. Right.
You know, you follow me, lad?
Right.
But at the end of the day, stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want your decision making to be in a situation where, listen, I can't make decisions that can negatively impact not just me, but my family.
Right.
Or I got to come to my crazy ass dad and get some damn help.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Man? But the things you can't control, I can respect that.
Mm-hmm.
You got 5, you got 6. It's white, no, it's that white got sick.
Right.
All kind of stuff happens.
Right.
You understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
My grandbaby going through some stuff. What I'm saying, got some medical issues. Whatever. I get that part, right?
Right.
But oh man, I went in there. Damn supervisor told me this and told me that. You got me fucked up, son. You got me effed up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very, very conscious of that kind of stuff. So their decision making, their behavior, causing this kind of stuff, whole different way we're gonna look at it. But like I said, that 25 to 30, especially I'll be scratching that 27, 28 shit. Hey, you ought to be rocking and rolling, baby. You ought to be rocking and rolling.
Right.
Rocking and rolling.
Right.
Rocking and rolling and everything. So that's just my tidbit. And if you came in, guys, in the middle of the show and everything, please go to Change Your Lives, hosted by Deonte Burden, to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can check out the video in its whole entirety. And check out what we're talking about and everything. But again, it's been a great conversation. Now we're talking about at what age you cut your children off, to what extent. If you're looking on TikTok, you can go into the bio section and hit the link for the YouTube channel and go there, subscribe to the YouTube channel with 1,000 videos on the YouTube channel. Same thing if you're on Instagram, you should hit the link in the description. It should take you straight to the YouTube channel for Changing Lives. All the other platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. The link should be in the description section of the video, but definitely go to the YouTube channel. So if you came in the middle or you just want to add comments later to the video later, please do it. But we had a great show, man. I appreciate the call, man. I appreciate all the feedback, man. It was a great conversation. And I do think I would challenge people to have more conversations like this. You know what I'm saying? Have more conversations like this and stuff with your family members and friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But listen, guys, one shout out, man. I meant to say this at the beginning of the show. I want to give my condolences to a friend of mine, Corey Johnson. Corey died, just passed. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but Corey lived in Houston, but he's from Atlanta, man. Corey, and you guys, if you know me, Corey's a long-time high school football coach at Stevenson High. He was at Stevenson in the early 2000s when people looking at Stevenson when they were signing 20 guys. He was doing that back then, getting them kids.
Okay.
20 kids each year. That was the whole thing with Stevenson. 20 every year. They had 20 kids signing football scholarships. And Corey was pivotal to that. Corey actually is one that helped me get my son in college. And real good dude, man. Real good guy, man. I want to give my condolences out to Corey's family. His children and everybody, man. But real good dude, man. We're gonna miss you, brother. Damn, man. Hey, y'all, man. Life's short. God,
it is.
And you know what I'm saying? We're doing that, man. But we're gonna miss you. We're gonna miss you, brother. And I appreciate it, man. My son called me earlier. He told me, and I called me and his first cousins. That's my partner. And I just like, damn, you know, we young, but we take life for granted.
We do.
Shit. So man, shout out to Corey family. Also, one last thing, I'm gonna make a post tomorrow. And y'all know my other YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. We hit 29,000 subscribers on YouTube. You know, anything about finance, entrepreneurship, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. We got over 1,000 videos there also. But yeah, we just hit 29,000 subscribers, and we're gonna try to hit that 30,000 within the next couple months, man. We shot through that.
Yeah, we did.
Through that 1,000. So
Yeah.
definitely, man, I want to tell all y'all from the bottom of my heart for supporting both YouTube channels. I appreciate all the feedback with the conversation we had today as well. So take care, y'all. Be safe. And this Memorial Day weekend, right?
Right, it is.
Enjoy your Memorial Day. You shot busy, your boy is.
Right.
Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Remember the whole point of Memorial Day, because you know I am a full disabled veteran. Remember, we're thinking about all the fallen that we had in wartime and stuff like that. It's a good
Mhm.
kind of reflect on that. So if you see a veteran, don't just say thank you for your service. Give him $1.
That's what
Give him $1. Yeah, y'all know the cash out.
Right.
$sign Deonte Bird. Help
That's
a
right.
veteran out. Help a veteran out. Hey, love y'all, man. Appreciate all love and support. Y'all take care. Be safe. And I will talk with you soon.